You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly and take care that you entertain no notions unsuitable to virtue and reasonable nature. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Our life is what our thoughts make it. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. Everything that happens as it should, and if you observe carefully, you will find this to be so. The universe is transformation. Life is opinion. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. That which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees. The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if thou wilt ever dig. Execute every act of thy life as though it were thy last. Do every act of your life as if it were your last. Let not your mind run on what you lack as much as on what you have already. Here is the rule to remember in the future, when anything tempts you to be bitter, not, "This is a misfortune," but to bear this worthily is good fortune. I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinions of himself than on the opinions of others. How much time he saves who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks. Whatever the universal nature assigns to any man at any time is for the good of that man at that time. Everything that exists is in a manner the seed of that which will be. Death is a release from the impressions of the senses, and from desires that make us their puppets, and from the vagaries of the mind, and from the hard service of the flesh. What springs from earth dissolves to earth again, and heaven-born things fly to their native seat. Aptitude found in the understanding and is often inherited. Genius coming from reason and imagination, rarely. Anything in any way beautiful derives its beauty from itself and asks nothing beyond itself. Such as are your habitual thoughts, such also will be the character of your mind. For the soul is dyed by the thoughts. Where a man can live, he can also live well. And thou wilt give thyself relief, if thou doest every act of thy life as if it were the last. When thou art above measure angry, bethink thee how momentary is man's life. Be content to seem what you really are. Let men see, let them know, a real man who lives as he was meant to live. To begin is half the work. Let half still remain. Again begin this, and thou wilt have finished. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Look back over the past, with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too. Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accustom thyself to consider that the nature of the universe loves nothing so much as to change the things which are, and to make new things like them. Life is neither good or evil, but only a place for good and evil. Natural ability without education has more often raised a man to glory and virtue than education without natural ability. The best way to get revenge on someone is not to imitate them. A noble man compares and estimates himself by an idea which is higher than himself, and a mean man by one lower than himself. We ought to do good to others as simply as a horse runs, or a bee makes honey, or a vine bears grapes season after season, without thinking of the grapes it has borne. Tomorrow is nothing. Today is too late. The good lived yesterday. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. To live happily is an inward power of the soul. Nothing happens to any man that he is not formed by nature to bear. Because a thing seems difficult for you, do not think it impossible for anyone to accomplish. Because your own strength is unequal to the task, do not assume that it is beyond the powers of man. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Time is a sort of river of passing events, and strong is its current. Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. Forward as occasion offers. Be satisfied with success in even the smallest matter. Nothing has such power to broaden the mind as the ability to investigate systematically and truly. To understand the true quality of people, you must look into their minds. Adapt yourself to the things among which your lot has been cast, and love sincerely the fellow creatures with whom destiny has ordained that you shall live. Be content with what you are, and wish not change, nor dread your last day, nor long for it. Despise not death, but welcome it, for nature wills it like all else. Men exist for the sake of one another. There is nothing happens to any person but what was in his power to go through with. We are too much accustomed to attribute to a single cause that which is the product of several. To the wise, life is a problem. To the fool, a solution. Perhaps there are none more lazy or more truly ignorant than your everlasting readers. Let it be your constant method to look into the design of people's actions and see what they would be at as often as it is practicable. And to make this custom the more significant, practice it first upon yourself.